Today, we're breaking down everything we know about Hermitcraft Season 11, from the base mood boards to exploring the seed, and of course, my predictions for the season. Let's get straight into it. During the panel, we learned that it's coming on the 8th, far sooner than anyone expected. But with that info, we also got to look at the mood boards from some of the members showing off their build ideas. So let's head over to Live Spidey Steve and break those down. Okay, so I actually used an upscaler to try to upscale these mood board screenshots so that we could look at them a little bit closer. So this is Cleo's. It wasn't perfectly done, but so we'll just have to bear with what it did. But obviously we have pyramids here and some dragon. I think maybe Chinese inspired stuff. And it's cool. The block palettes here are going to be messed up because obviously Enhancer is going to think these are really low quality. But it looks like we've got lots of oranges and blues, some wools here, possibly in a terracotta, I bet. Prismarine, and that's a glazed terracotta as well. This looks like, I've not seen it, but this seems like maybe Severance. That would be my guess, is that this is Severance. But regardless, I remember him saying he was like, I just need to build a bigger hole. But this does look cool. I think this will look cool translated to Minecraft, especially depending on what the lighting is and cool banner designs and everything. Scar Wars Worlds, Scar Worlds, Scar World, the Moive. But I'm assuming this is based on Galaxy's Edge, which I think which is assuming it's based on Galaxy's Edge, and then I don't know what the llamas are for. That's actually interesting. I think those are llamas. But then Jim's bad Photoshop Minecraft mood board. It looks like great Photoshop, Jim, especially when upscaled with AI. But this is what gets me excited. I want a dragon. That looks like a dragon too. And then this kind of like oldie, almost Victorian style stuff. Happy Ghast. I'm curious how that's important, as well as the rose bushes. But these block palettes are also nice. I've always thought that the blast furnace was like a really useful block for transitioning between light and dark gray and giving it design. Now, this as like a base, like this kind of area here on a building this style, but maybe not this color, looks that I think that would look really great. But overall, yeah, I'm excited. These mood boards are really cool looking. Cleo wasn't there, was she? Yeah, so they just showed her board up there um without her being there. That's interesting. Yeah, exactly. Yay, Gym Dragons. See, at least they agree with me. But yeah, back to whatever it is I said in the script I recorded earlier. And just as an aftermention, Scar with Scar Wars is a match we've been waiting for years. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he's never done something so explicitly Star Wars themed on such a large scale before. Super excited to see where that one goes. We also learned that no new members are joining this season, but I wanted to quickly mention who I think could be next. Personally, I think Jimmy and Martin are both equally possible, but out of the ballpark guess, I could totally see LD Shadow Lady, Lizzie joining in the future, and maybe even Mythical Sausage. But who knows? Unless they pull a mid season edition like they did way back in the early seasons, we know it's not going to happen. Either way, we can confirm our favorite toy won't be joining Hermitcraft this season. All right, let's jump back to Live Spidey Steve again to check out the seed they revealed at the Hermitcraft panel. Hi guys, it's Live Spidey Steve. For some reason, in my brain, I thought they told us the seed at the thing, but apparently they didn't. So that's unfortunate. But regardless, it looks cool. It's got a huge island there. Huge. Okay, guys. So I was on ChatGPT, right? And I was asking if anyone had figured out the seed, and apparently this person or someone on Hermitcraft Reddit, which I got from ChatGPT, has figured it out. And I'm actually gonna test it. I haven't tested it yet, so we're gonna see if this is fake or not. That does indeed look like the actual seed. All right, let's load this up on Java Edition and see if it's real. All right, so it's really laggy on that version. I'm going to try and do it on my modded instance. Because I don't think that the world seeds have changed since this update. So if the seeds have changed since 1.21.8, I'd be surprised. But this one, like this instance, this modded one, it's got some optimizers and stuff, and it just runs better in general. Even if I have shaders on, it still runs better. But I'm going to go ahead and turn those off. All right, we've found the mushroom island here. Excuse me for the lag. I'm trying to load in most of it at once. But this is a massive mushroom island. So I'll use these flashback files for looking at this because in the flashback it won't lag. But man, this mushroom biome looks crazy. I actually like it a lot. Um, I think what I can do as well though is I'll turn my render distance down. Let's try that. That should help my personal lag. Now, I don't remember if we saw all this in the pictures, but these mountains look cool. This jungle looks great. Overall, this seed looks amazing. I'm trying to remember where that village is, but um, I might not be able to find it. And this dark oak biome here is absolutely massive. And like even across the river here, it keeps going. This is a huge dark oak biome. There's a lot of potential with these biomes, these big old biomes. It's still going. How is that? It's still going across another river. Now, let's move into predictions. Besides some of the cool locations I mentioned during the seed exploration, I think we might see a return to that phase where the hermits delay getting elytras on purpose. That could lead to more early game interaction and closer proximity bases, and maybe even some more combined mega bases this time around. You know how last season they made horse paths between all of the bases so that they could all meet each other without just flying through the sky. It was an awesome addition, and I'd like to see it again. Also, this massive mushroom island we saw, yeah, that's definitely going to be the shopping district. It really reminds me of Season 7, and honestly makes me pretty confident we'll see the return of the Mycelium Resistance, or maybe even another mayoral campaign. Either of those would be welcome throwbacks for sure. And that, of course, means more Grian shenanigans, but let's be honest, if anyone's starting a war this season, it's Grian. You know, it's like every season, a war. And I'm excited about it. Finally, I'm really hoping to see the return of Mumbo's legendary building skills he developed last season. Overall, I think season 11 is going to be an amazing season. I think we're going to see a lot of fun interactions, a lot of cool builds based off of the mood boards we've already seen, and some really cool shopping district area. And I'd be curious to see if they'd return to something like the permits or demise at the beginning of the season, although I don't think it's likely. Well, that's all for now. Stay tuned and subscribe if you want to stay up to date on all things Hermitcraft and Life series. I'll see you guys next time. Spidey Steve out. Is that a lame thing to say, guys? Is that or is that cool? I don't know.